Today I bring you the analysis and theories of Chapter 1114 of the One Piece manga. Let's start. The chapter's titled, Wings of Icarus. On the cover, we're thrown right back into Yamato's adventures in Wano. Take this sword as an offering to Enma's shrine in Hakumai, past Yasui's tomb. You're gonna represent us there, Kinemon tells Yamato. The chapter kicks off in the New World, at the Marine headquarters. The Marines are freaking out. What do you mean the world's gonna sink under the sea? That can't be. What the hell does that even mean, Vegapunk? As we see Akainu pondering deeply about the doc's message. Meanwhile, in Mocktown, the realm of the absurd, folks have started cracking up big time. Yahahaha, this guy's totally nuts. Those are the ramblings of a madman. All he wants is to throw the world into chaos with these conspiracy theories. Who in their right mind would want to sink the world? Moving on to the aquatic metropolis, Water 7. What Punk's saying does kinda make sense for us given our city's situation. But the whole world? No way. This isn't just about high tides and low tides. The citizens argue while Curie looks all worried. Then, we head over to Impel Down. Don Quixote Doflamingo is cracking up like crazy. Foo, 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 this is gold. If Impel Down gets sunk under the sea, it's their job to ensure the prisoners' welfare. I'm not wrong, right, Magellan? Foo, 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 foo. Magellan goes. Well, it's true the water level did rise a meter the other day because of that massive quake. It caused a total freakout among the prisoners. How many meters would it take to sink the world? Doflamingo replies, if the water rises just 5 meters, many world cities will be underwater. Will people move somewhere else? They've gotta head to higher ground, you know. Foo, 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 foo. I remind you that if you want the Mugiwara to leave Egghead alive, you can send Dragon to help them through a subscription. I hope you don't betray our Nakama. So, we're off to Fishman Island. Princess Shirahoshi is seriously worried about everything going down in the world, and King Neptune is like, these are some seriously messed up news. Next up, we swing back to Egghead, where Vice Admiral Hound can't believe what Punk's spilling in his message. Are you trying to plunge the world into chaos, Vegapunk? The 5 elders of the Gorosei are super ticked off. Shut down that broadcast. No, wipe out any trace of anyone who hears or sees it. Nothing matters right now. Meanwhile, we see York muttering, how much are you gonna spill, Stella? The message rolls on and Vegapunk drops that he's gonna chat about the future. Listen up everyone, because in a few days, an extraordinary earthquake will shake the whole world. The citizens are in total disbelief. Cut to Smoothie and Whole Cake, wondering if he's talking about that quake that hit a few hours ago, and pondering if Vegapunk might have actually been dead for a while. Then she hears Vegapunk declare, the sea will rise by a meter, and some cities will become uninhabitable forever. The citizens can't make heads or tails of the prediction, and Punk continues, there will be beaches you won't be able to visit because they'll be gone. If I'm wrong about this, then ignore my words. Then we're over to Hachinosu with Aokiji tuning in while pirates are freaking out and running everywhere. But if something like this does happen, I want you all to listen closely to what I have to say. That earthquake was not a natural disaster. Flashback to the battle at Egghead, where all the Straw Hats are shielding Nico Robin from Saturn. Shut up, damn it, Vegapunk! Don't say another word! Saturn yells as the Straw Hats shout, get out of here! They all unleash their attacks on Saturn, but he sends them flying. Nico Robin whips out her spiderweb to save them. Chopper gets squashed by Saturn, and Vegapunk solemnly says, I just hope peace comes somehow, but this was the first of my sins. Saturn is asking Mars if he's found the power plant yet, and Mars shoots back that he hasn't. Saturn then mentions it's the only room not destroyed, so he decides he'll check it out himself. Vegapunk is getting all deep, saying, along with my dream of achieving eternal energy, I truly wanted the world to advance towards the future from the bottom of my heart. But while we see Saturn making his way to the room where the Mother Flame is housed, I think I got too close. To the sun, Punk mutters, while the Gorosei are freaking out, insisting that all life forms in the lava phase must be destroyed. Saturn is yelling that the transponder snail isn't there as we see him standing in front of the Mother Flame, a flame contained within a special water tank. Vegapunk promises to spill everything from start to finish about what's about to go down in the world. while the Marines on the shores of Egghead are screaming in terror because nothing they fire damages the robot from the Void Century. Cut to Dory and Brogy, who are running at top speed while Luffy is bouncing around like crazy. "We gotta hurry or we're gonna get roasted," Brogy yells. Now we shift to Mary Joyce, specifically the Pangaea Castle, where Vegapunk continues with his message while Imusama reacts in silence. It's been 900 years now. This story took place over 100 years and concluded 800 years ago. The truth lies in that period of history that was erased from history books. The Tenryubitos are watching Vegapunk and shouting, "You dumb Marines, why aren't you silencing this damn doctor?" While Vegapunk goes on, "This time was called the Void Century. Everything from those years was completely vanished. If anyone tried to dig into this Void Century, they were either silenced or turned up dead, mysteriously." The Tenryubitos are like, "Death penalty won't be enough for Vegapunk. Bring his body back in pieces." Saint Shalria pops up and goes, "Void Century? What's that?" As we move to Elbaf, where a shadow is listening to the message but leans back with arms behind his head. This was quietly spread around the world as coded messages that only a very few can understand. These messages from the past, telling us the story, are known as poneglyphs, Punk declares, while we hear a laugh. "Dereshishishishi." It's Jaguar D. Saul, laughing and looking up at the sky. Now over to the East Blue, to Orange Town, where a girl asks her dad, "Did you know that in the past, 20 kings came together to create the world as we know it?" We see Boodle reply, "Well, maybe. What do you think, Shushu?" To which the little dog responds with a "arf." Following that, Vegapunk's message continues, but the act of deciphering the poneglyphs is strictly forbidden by the world government, even for someone like me who worked there. Now, I've really hit a nerve. That's my second sin. With the persistence of a dedicated group of archaeologists, they cracked the ancient language for the research of the poneglyphs around the world, doing incredible work without asking for anything in return. As we return to the battle at Egghead, where the Straw Hats appear wounded. "History is a tale," Punk goes on. Nami notes that the clouds are spreading, and Brooke suggests that maybe that's what Edison meant by sinking with the ship into the sea. Usopp agrees, saying if they spread, they could actually fall, just as we see Edison alone in a room, manipulating the clouds and pleading with the Straw Hats not to get caught by the world government. Outside of Egghead, chaos erupts. In light of this, what I know is an incomplete tale from the Void Century. I could fill in the gaps with my imagination, but the best gift I can offer is to reveal the truths I was able to uncover, Vegapunk states, while Brogy tells Luffy not to be so reckless. The hero of this story was born 900 years ago, in a kingdom with a civilization far more advanced than ours. Punk shouts as Luffy leaps high in front of Warcurry and yells, "Chill, it's gonna work this time!" His arm stretches out, delivering a mega attack on Warcurry, who sets his ultra-hard skin. He closely resembles Nika, the sun god, mentioned in Elbaf. He's a man who can fight with his stretchy body, as we see Luffy crying out in pain from hitting Warcurry, ending chapter 1114 of One Piece with Vegapunk's words. His name is Joy Boy, the man who was also known as the first pirate in history, and with an editor's note saying, "A shocking message to everyone. He was the original pirate." That wraps up our roller coaster ride through chapter 1114 of One Piece. If you liked this review and want more deep dives into the world of One Piece, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep sailing the high seas of adventure.